we just didn't know. Like it was terrible, and it still is.
I mean, for those of you who are saying that Meta is gone and we're not spending, that's not true. Out of the 250 to 300 brands that we have on our platform, the number one channel that people spend the most money on is still Meta. I always like to compare any type of marketing or advertising to dating. As long as we can come to the table and tell the truth about each other, we're going to have a long-lasting relationship. But if we're going to tell each other some lies, it's going to be fun in the beginning, but then it's going to wear out over time. So I'm going to say the beginning honeymoon stage was when we were all spending a bunch of money on Meta and getting all of this revenue. And we're like, yeah, this is amazing. Like the golden days of Meta, which people are still chasing. Well, times have changed and you need to adapt. And the adaptation is truth. So for me, my truth is, hey, maybe those numbers aren't as accurate and maybe it's not Meta's fault. Maybe it's because they don't have the ability to track as accurately as they did because of data and privacy restrictions. And
they're
maybe
just doing the best they can.
Correct. I am not a Meta hater by any means at all. I just
give the guys a break. Look at Zuckerberg. He came in with a gold chain the other day. The dude's just doing the best he can not to go to jail, guys.
Wait a D2C rep. It was from Jackson. I zoomed in and I was like, what is the brand he's wearing? This is just D2C me.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Good for him.
Good for him. What a glow up. The AI helped a little bit, but it's okay. The glow up. But yeah, that's a little bit of a summation of what happened. And I kind of simplified it enough, but I think where we are today is in a much different position than when iOS 14 had first rolled out. And then it started kind of making things even worse. I don't know if you experienced this, Jordan, in your ad accounts, but things were missing. Like it would say, hey, you got 15 conversions, but then you go to your revenue and it'd be empty.
There was so much stuff. And then breakdowns were all broken.
Gone.
You just couldn't see anything anymore. And then it just continued. It was like it felt like every month there was a new thing, right? Then there was email tracking. And then there was all under the guise of privacy by Apple. And it's interesting too. I don't know if you have felt this shift, and this is a very anecdotal shift. I have always Apple people that are buying other phones right now. It's kind of wild. Are these always Apple people because of Apple intelligence, as they call it, right? And realizing oh man, this is just they have lost something in the name of privacy. I don't know. But I'm seeing that anecdotally all over the place. And I don't know if this is this whole we're not going to get political, but this whole red shift where I kind of see that and I'm like, is this all part of this? I don't know. But it's weird. And so I wonder then what's going to happen with tracking then, I
mean, look, I have friends that work at Apple that will never admit to this. But what I will say is that, right when iOS 14 had hit, I called her. We went to college together and I was like, you little, I know you guys are going to release your own ad platform. I'm just waiting for it. And you guys are going to dominate. What I'm surprised by is it didn't happen.
Hasn't happened.
It has not happened. She did kind of nudge that it was potentially something, but that's really what it's for. I love that you said the guise of privacy and security. It's not true, right? It's a capitalistic take on how to reshift or market something differently. But yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's very, very similar to what's going on with TikTok right now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Guys, you don't think every other platform out there has all of the information that they could blackmail you with at any point that you want? Come on. And we're going to talk about TikTok?
I mean, whether or not my homeland, I'm Chinese, right? My homeland is going to be the one that owns it, or whether or not it's this homeland of the US. And do you know the whole Red Note situation?
Yeah. I mean, go into it. I